All right, my name is Rayshawn Joseph. You watching Strictly Basketball Parks, Episode 4, Intro NBA Most Improved Player of the Year. And I got a special guest. Introduce yourself.
What's up? What's up, y'all? It's King Quan Van Putten. Man, it's good to be here with my son Ray, bro. Ray, it's been some years, bro. It's been some years.
All right, so let's get into your journey in basketball. How you started playing basketball? What got you into basketball?
Oh, Lord. Kobe Bryant, one of my motivations. Like, he really inspired me to pick up the game.
Rest in peace to the
Rest in
the
peace,
Block
bro.
Mama, Kobe Bryant.
Kobe, you're never gonna be gone. You're gonna live forever, Mamba forever. You feel me? Kobe gonna be alive forever. From in my heart, I'm gonna keep it going for him. Feel me? But with Kobe, like, I used to love his attention to detail when it comes to the game. Like, I used to love, like, how he used to take every rep serious. He took every workout serious. Practice, the games, it didn't matter.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It didn't matter.
When all the players was partying, Kobe was the one in the gym working on his game,
You know what I'm
grinding. Kobe's in the gym working on his game, grinding.
Your knees, your shoulder, everywhere. So, like, I respected that from a very young age. So I started playing the game. I picked up the ball at 7 years old, I should say, 7. And then, like, I haven't taken the game serious until, like, 13, 12, like around 6th grade. 'Cause I remember I first learned how to shoot, right? I was in 6th grade. I was in gym class. You know,
So I got a question. Who's the first person that introduced you to basketball, or how you got who's the first person that introduced you to basketball? Like, what was your first basketball team you ever played on? Like, organized basketball.
My first team I ever played on was East Flatbush Community Research School. That was my middle school. Mr. Grinelli,
Shout out to them.
Mr. Quick was my assistant coach. But like those two coaches right there, Mr. G taught me how to shoot, my form and everything. Mr. Quick taught me how to be tough. And on top of that, that was my first time playing organized basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like in middle school back then, like, you know, me and you, when we was playing middle school back then, like basketball was really more intense than it is today. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff changed every decade. Stuff changed all the time.
So it's like, you know how basketball was like was 3 out, 1 in, 3 out, 2 in, and then you have 4 out, 1 in. Now it's all 5 out now. Everybody's outside the perimeter now.
So how was your transition from high school basketball to college? How was that transition for you?
High school, like I got on my high school team in 10th grade. You know what I mean? Like 10th grade, I wasn't really that.
You did JV or varsity?
No, I was on varsity. Like 9th grade, I tried to get on JV, but they didn't have a JV team at the time. I went to Arts and Media Preparatory Academy. That school was like, it was like a low D league or D division. From at the bottom, you know. And PSAL. You know, it was like, so, you know, PSAL had double A,
I played PSAL,
B, you know
too.
what I'm saying?
I played PSAL.
So, you know, how PSAL,
that.
when I was at the bottom of that league, like, I didn't get really looked at. You know, I didn't have scouts. I was really, like, just down. But I had heart and passion. So I led my team off of heart and passion. I got my MVP 2016. That was my graduation year. So, like, from transitioning from high school to college, it was like I didn't get no recruits. I wasn't recruited high. Like,
so I know you say you played in the JV, so let's talk about your JBA experience.
Like, let me.
Now finish talking about that, then we gonna get into that.
So when I got to, because it leads to that, right?
Yeah.
So I went to St. Francis College, but I didn't play. Like, it was hard. Like, you know, those guys was like, it was 6'8", 6'9". I'm talking about like 2 bills. Like, they moving me.
They was dogs.
You know what I'm saying?
They was real life dogs.
So I was like, in high school, I'm thinking, oh, I got it. That I go into college. But then, come on, St. Francis NCAA.
That's a D1 school.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they D1. Like,
they like a mid-major D1 school.
Yes,
mid-major.
But regardless, D1. If you a D1 school, you NEC, ACC,
NCAA. Yeah.
You feel me? NCAA, anything, bro. They respect that. Even JUCO, respect JUCO players.
NAIA D1. Anything that's D1, you gotta grind. You gotta work.
Cause as long as you on that stage, as long as you performing at a high level, respect their game. Because a lot of people don't get those jerseys. A lot of people don't get those opportunities.
A lot of people don't get that opportunity, so you gotta be grateful for that opportunity.
Every
for sure.
single time it comes.
You gotta be grateful. You gotta any opportunity that come your way, take advantage of it. And you gotta go at your goals.
Be grateful.
Be grateful, definitely.
So, boom. So now after college, so then I did a semester at St. Francis. I want to see what it was like. I met the coaches. I met the coaching staff. Met a few players. I knew a few players like before I got there, but I seen how hard they had to work, and I said to myself, I had to be honest with you, I'm not ready for that. I wasn't ready. So then I said, all right, I'm going to transfer. So after that semester, I transferred to Dutchess Community College, upstate Poughkeepsie, New York. Shout out to DCC. I love y'all. Shout out to all my peoples that I met down there. Shout out to Jeremiah that's out there bugging.
Shout out to Jeremiah. I'm with the Metro BDM. Shout out to Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, yo, keep doing your thing out there, bro. I see you, bro. Salute, my brother. Salute. So, boom. Went to DCC. At first, I was doing good. I got distracted, you know, with girls, party.
You ain't walk on the night and red shirt for the
No,
team?
like I was already on the team. Like all I had to do was get my grades up.
Oh, so you was already like recruited there?
Yeah, so I was already there, and I was just all I had to do was just work out, focus and everything like that. But me being away from home, being away from Brooklyn, like, I'm just like everybody looking at me, who is this guy? Everybody coming to knock on my door, and I'm like, and you know what? I took that blame for that. I got distracted, but as I was in DCC, I was working out. So now I'm getting a routine. The weight room downstairs in my lobby, my dorm. So I'm like, all right, every night. I'm talking about like I'm up like 2, 3 in the morning working out, bro.
The most successful people get up the earliest. the earlier you up, that's you making the most out your day. The successful people get up earlier.
So it's like, and mind you, like sometimes I wouldn't even sleep. Like sometimes I will work out, stay up, and then go to class like at 8 in the morning. Now I go to class, and then I'm tired. I will crash in the class, but I will stay up, make sure I do my work.
Yeah, because you got to keep your academic up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a student athlete, you got to keep your academic up.
Grades first.
Grades come first, ladies and gentlemen.
All the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, grades, your academic come first. Your grades come first.
So
Keep them grades up.
Yo, always. School can get you a long way, bro. Because, basketball, basketball is a vehicle, y'all. Like, basketball can help you and can guide you through your journey of life, because without basketball, I don't know where I'll be
Because,
at.
like I said, you could use basketball as therapy if you're going through depression. Basketball is a tool you could use if you're going through things in life.
Man.
For mental health, you could use basketball if you're going through anything
mental
in
health
life.
is
You could
important.
use that.
It's very important because I feel like mental health don't get talked about enough because, especially in our community, you know what I'm saying? We don't highlight it enough because PTSD is real. Trauma is real. Like a lot of people don't heal from trauma. A lot of people act out and get locked up and stuff like that. I know hoopers that I was on the team with, throughout my journey where it was like they didn't care if they get locked up, but they didn't care where they end up the next day.
The next day. So, how did you play AAU basketball growing up?
AAU, no.
I played for a few AAU teams.
AAU was like the Rim Wreckers. Shout out to Coach Rob and the Rim Wreckers. They the first team that after high school, like they showed me like what it was like off the court or play like in different park tournaments. LES. I did West Fourth last year, but we wasn't doing West Fourth. But what
Shout
else?
out to the legendary Cage, West Fourth.
And Nickelodeon is on 2nd Avenue. That's where the pro runs. So I don't know if you probably been Nickelodeon before. You probably
Where's it at?
That's on Manhattan, LES 2nd. No, you get off at you take the L train and you get off at 2nd Avenue and you walk down. It's like in a middle school type of thing.
Nah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Bro. But you gonna look at Nickelodeon. Shout out to Nickelodeon, bro. Cause that's when I first met pros. I met X. I met King Leak. You know who King Leak is?
Yeah.
So though that gym there, like it's just, and that's where like college showcases and stuff. So I used to do a lot of college showcases growing up. But back to the topic of my chat. So I went to DCC. I was working out every night, and then the JBA now. So now we can get into the JBA. So I remember
How was that experience for you? Like me and LeVar Ball playing against LaMelo. How was that?
I honestly think that all of that was like, I didn't plan for all of that. To be honest with you, I never planned like seeing that. But I remember the day I went to the tryout. So I remember I came home.
And the trial was at Stardome.
Brooklyn.
Shout
Shout out to the Brooklyn Stardome. Game over.
I ain't gonna. I've been there one time. They gym is mad. They courts is mad slippery. I've been there one time. They floors is mad slippery. Stardome gym. They floors is slippery.
Yeah, but you got to be tough to play on those courts. Like I know you're gonna slip and slide a little bit, but you ice skate, you get a bucket. You feel me? Ice skate, get a bucket.
I ain't gonna, but they floors is wild slippery. I ain't gonna lie.
So all right, boom. So boom, I went to the Stardome, but the thing I found out about it on Instagram, right? So I came home to get from DCC. 'Cause I was homesick. I miss being home. So I got away because when you upstate, it was like nothing but trees and everything's a car ride away. Yeah. Like I used to my corner stores, used to my
you in
delis.
the suburbs and stuff. You in the woods,
you know what I'm
and
saying? Yeah. So it's like everything was like on campus. Like if I left the campus, like trust me, like I remember one time I left the campus, and taking the bus down to the store, bro. Like,
it's not like New York City. New York City is bodega. It's bodegas on every corner. In New
bro,
York.
you know how much I missed the deli when I had to go to a gas station that's considered the deli.
Cause out of town, you gotta drive to stores. In New York, it's stores on every corner. Bodegas on every corner in New York.
Nah, bro, not where I was at. I was in West Bubble. Like I was like, yo, God, guide me here. Like, I ain't know where I was at. So I remember took me like I remember one time I went to get some food, just to get some food in my fridge, bro. I had to walk back, bro. It took the bus come every 30 minutes. So I walked like 2 hours back to my campus.
So you did one semester at Dutchess too?
Yeah,
as
one
well?
semester. Yeah, because like, you know,
How was your experience at Dutchess? Like, did you meet people there?
of course, like Dutchess was like, it was like, I guess that was my first time introduced to diversity.
How was the social life there?
It was like it was different races of people. Diversity was really different, and I needed that. I needed to be exposed to different races because I didn't be exposed to like Italians. I needed to be exposed to Asians.
What was your major? What you took up?
Business.
Oh, business.
Business management. So like business management, like.
Cause I know, like you say, you do real estate right now.
Yeah, real estate, bro. Like that's why I'm with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. If you guys looking to buy or sell real estate, you know I'm your guy. So for me, I really didn't know where I wanted to go. I just knew basketball was leading me. So I was just trusting God to really show me where to go. Show me where to go, like when it comes to my education, because I didn't really have a set plan or how many years I wanted to do college. I just knew basketball was my vehicle to get me to college. Because in Rim Records, back to the AAU, Rim Records, Coach Rob like always stressed, get your education. Basketball is a short amount of time in our lives that we could play.
And I spoke about this last episode. Not everybody gonna make it to the NBA. It's only 60 picks every year, and you gotta work. Not everybody gonna make it to the NBA. You gotta realize that. You gotta grind. You gotta work. You gotta stay consistent. You gotta be humble. You gotta have resilience, and you just gotta humble yourself.
Yeah, and think about it. You know, like look at guys that's not in the NBA. No, our legends. Like look at people like Isaiah Thomas.
People that even Carmelo's sitting home right now.
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo's still trying to get on the NBA team right now.
Bro,
Carmelo.
I would like to see him at least get a 10-day, bro. Like a 10-day.
Yeah, Carmelo needed like at least a 10-day contract.
You know what I'm saying? Like Melo deserve a year. Like Carmelo deserve everything he does for the Knicks, what he done for the NBA in general. Like, you know, I just feel so. But that's what I'm saying. Like time is going. Look at KD. KD rolled his ankle the other day. You know what I'm
speaking
saying?
about KD, like this, I never seen that. I never seen a player get injured on a warm-up line. That's crazy.
You know what?
That's crazy.
I have to.
Look at KD hurt his ankle on a warm-up line.
Like
the layup line.
The reason I can say that, like I see KD like in person. Like KD, like he hurting. Like boy, like he put in so many years. Like and talking about, and this is not like just the NBA. I'm talking about he did like street ball. I was watching last night. He got 66 points in Rucker Park.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there that day.
What?
That day is historical.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that day is historic. That day was historical.
And I feel like him doing that back in the day. I feel like that's why he came to Brooklyn, because he remembered that. Like he remembered, like New York gave me.
Speaking about the Brooklyn Nets, that was the worst. That was the worst big three. It was a good big three, but
health
for them not to win the chip, for them not to ever win the chip in Brooklyn, and they all left. That was crazy.
I feel like it was just health, bro. Like they wasn't healthy at the same time.
Kyrie was going through mental health issues off the court, going through things.
Bro, you know what I'm saying?
Don't want to take the vaccination.
I mean, like that, but you know, everybody has their entitled to their own opinion. So it's like I feel like he did what was best for him and his family. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people really going to wake up and see what he's saying. But, you know, everybody who has an ear will listen. Everybody have an eye will see.
I ain't gonna lie. I really want that, bro. I wanted them to win the chip.
Both me too, bro. I want Brooklyn to pick me up.
And I was so upset. I was so upset. They got swept in the first. They got swept in the first round because the Celtics. They got swept 4-0.
Celtics was hungry, bro. Celtics is young.
And they got swept the day on my birthday. I was like, nah, this is crazy. Wow. I was like, nah, that shit was crazy. Wow. They got swept the day on my birthday in the first round against the Celtics. And the Celtics are number 2 seed right now in the Eastern Conference.
But I'm saying, like, I just think it's just age now. Like, it's shifting. You can see it.
Yeah,
like,
we in a new era, new millennium right now.
For real. So for me, but like, so where we was at? We was at the JBA.
JBA, yeah.
All right,
JBA experience, yeah.
So now I'm transitioning to the JBA. So now I found out, tried out, and then like I was telling you. Off camera, I was playing, and you know you hooped with me.
Yeah, I hooped you in Brighton Classic in Brooklyn.
Shout out to Brighton Classic, bro. Shout
out to Brighton Classic.
I just want to chip in that.
Shout out to Brighton Classic.
So Brighton Classic, bro. I remember when we first met. And you know, you was like timid about the game and stuff. I said, yo, Ray, just play, bro.
Stay focused, keep working.
Just hooping, because like at first, like you look at me like where I should be. I'm like, bro, I'm just hooping right now. I don't know where I'm supposed to be on the court. I'm just going out there and having fun right now. So like when I'm out there, like when I did the tryout, I didn't know these guys. These guys, like one was from Canada, another dude was from.
They was from all over.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I had to find a way, and going to Dutchess helped me with the diversity factor already. So then when I step on the court with them, I say, yo, bro, I just go on this wing. I'm going to try to bring it up, or y'all can bring it up. I'll be the big man. I'll do whatever y'all need me to do. I want to win. I will play defense, and I'll make the right play. I can hit shots when I need to hit shots. Y'all go hit y'all shots. Do what y'all to do. Feel me? So I'm over here playing.
I got another question. So what's next for you? Where you see yourself like 5-10 years? Like what's next for you in basketball? Like what you want to do what's next for you in basketball?
I mean, right now,
bro,
like, listen, it's just a blessing just to be on this podcast right now. Like I didn't really see myself still playing. I didn't see myself really impacting the game how I'm really impacting it. But I'm just going for God's will now. Like I'm not really trying to force anything to happen. This is like organically happening for me. So, and in fact, I'm sitting next to you after all these years. It's just really, it's amazing to see this, bro. Like, it's a blessing. So, definitely. I'm really grateful. I'm very, very grateful to be in this position right now. So, all glory to the Most High. I can't do, I'm nothing without him. All right, so, we didn't get to the JV. I did the tryout. We made it. I made it. And then, where else? So now they picked me up. At first, I didn't think I was going to get picked up because I saw you was at DCC. So, I was already recruited. So I'm already thinking like, all right, I ain't gonna get picked. So I'm already packing my bag. I'm ready to go home. They're like, yo, where you going? So I'm going home. We want you. What you mean we want me? He said, no, we need you. You did good. All right. I said, all right, cool. But mind you, when during the trial, LeVar didn't come. Like it was Alan Foster, which is like LeVar right-hand man at the time. He was like the money man, right? And LeVar brother. LeVar has a brother that look exactly like him.
I met them back at the pawn shop. On 14th Street.
You see what I'm saying? So like he looked like LeVar, but he's not LeVar. You know what I'm saying?
So I met him back in at the pawn shop.
I think his name was Lorenzo or something like that. I think so. I'm not sure. Forgive me for my miscorrection. But so I made it to the JBA, and I was on I made it for the New York team, and as soon as I get over there, they flew me out to Santa Monica, and
California.
Yeah. So I went out there. As soon as I get down there, they trade me. They trade me to Houston. I'm like, I'm on Houston. Say, yeah, we're the Houston Ballers, but mind you, everybody's like, it's like a AAU vibe. It's like everybody in the telly, already, So now I'm on a team full of Houston guys. And people from Texas, like, they ball different, they hoop different, they talk different, right? So I'm like the only New York guy on the team. So they like saying, oh, what is like in New York? Like, what's the vibe? I'm like, bro, like, I don't know what y'all want me to say. What music you listen to? I really I just really just beat to myself, you feel me? Yeah. So it's like I'm just vibing with them, trying to get to know them. So I remember the first time we practiced. Boy, I'm talking about like the conditioning drill, like we was running at first.
You had to do sprints, suicides, all that.
I'm like, yo, bro.
Tell me, I know.
But these dudes, like, I know I was talking about St. Francis. I wasn't ready for that. Like the JBA, bro. Like, I was ready. But these guys was on a whole different level. Like
it was D1 players that played in the JBA.
Bro, some was D1, some of them were like pros, some of them was like, you know what I'm saying? Most of them came from JUCO. So like when I was playing with these guys, first with guys like Curtis Hollis, he was a star player. Jordan Myers, he was another high flyer.
Any one of them went to college after the JBA or went pro that you know?
Curtis, he ended up playing overseas. What did he play? I think he played overseas somewhere. He played for a few teams, but I saw him a few times. My son had Nick. Nick was like a Dwight Howard type of guy. Calvin was a fast guard. He's playing one-on-one all the time, and he's playing back home. Shannon Handy, shout out to my son Shannon. Like he's another flyer, but yo, these dudes, like when I'm talking about I was working out, like these guys was like working, bro. Like let's say let me did a 3-on-2, 2-on-1, you know that, right?
Right.
Bro, they guys we throwing lobs. I'm talking about we throwing live.
I know you got bounce. I seen you get up. I seen you get up there a few mad times.
All right, you see me dunk, right?
Of course.
These dudes are jumping higher than me.
Like they verticals, like 39, 40-inch vertical.
Yes, bro. Yeah, and this was like this when I was 20 years old. These guys is like 19, 18 doing that. I was like, bro, but they was tall. You feel me? Some of them wasn't like older than me, but like they was getting buckets. Like we was working out. So boom. So we did in training camps 2 weeks. 8 hours a day. Conditioning, strength. Then you got to eat. Then we got reps. Like, you just putting up shots, like, from 3, mid-range, free throws, and step backs, and side steps, and all type of stuff. So your legs is, like, on fire at this point. Your arms is on fire.
That seemed like that JBA joint, like, seemed like that was a great experience. Like,
it was.
You learned a lot. like from being in the JBA?
Yeah, it taught me how to be a professional. It taught me how to be work hard. You know, it taught me how to really like that. This is y'all want to get paid to play ball. This is what it is. But besides that, the 2-week experience, the 2-week or 3-week training camp, 8 hours a day. I remember when we got to scrimmage day, right? Scrimmage day. So now everybody's bringing their team. All right, who the best team now, right? I remember we played Chicago. Chicago, if you know, ever heard of
Shout out to Chi-Town.
Yo, shout out to Chi-Town. Yo, my son Keezo Brown. Keezo, he a lefty like me, but Keezo went through his stuff too. He's played for Simeon. Anybody know Simeon? Derrick Rose used to go to that school. D Rose.
Shout out to Derrick Rose.
Yo, D Rose, thank you for coming to the Knicks, bro, with your dreads and all that. Feel me? Wagwan,
I feel like Derrick Rose is a future Hall of Famer.
Yo, hands down. If D Rose gonna get in the Hall of Fame,
they gotta put Derrick Rose.
Down.
They gotta put Derrick Rose in the Hall of Fame for sure.
D Rose, bro,
the youngest NBA MVP ever.
ever. So boom. So I played Keezo, and Keezo and he was already going. This is back to mental health. Like he was really going through things like off the court, but like Keezo was a dog. He's a dog, and I was guarding him. I always want to guard the best player. I always want to guard the best player, bro. So Keezo was going at me. He shot a shot, like he bricked it, but I was contesting. I'm playing, making sure, because like before we scrimmaged us, like he frying every team. Like bro, frying like mid-range pull-ups, tray balls, going to the rim, and one. Like we looking at you, me mugging you. You feel me? And he going about his day. So I played him. I said, nah, you ain't doing that to me, bro. You're not doing it to me, bro. But definitely. Respect to Keezo. And then after them, we played LaMelo's team. Now this is when LaMelo was 16 years old. I'm 20. I was 20 at the time. 20.
LaMelo was still like that at 16.
That's the thing. But LaMelo was already tall. LaMelo was like 6'5" when I met him, right? I mean, I remember one time I was like one of his training partners.
He the best ball brother, by the way, too. LaMelo the best one.
I know, right?
He the best ball brother easily.
I feel like with LaMelo, he was just exposed to more training early. Like he was like fluid more. But you know, Lonzo really. Like,
I feel like Lonzo Ball was a bust.
No, he's not.
Why you say no?
The reason I say Lonzo's not a bust because Lonzo really
because it was players that didn't get drafted, like go early in the draft as him that turned out to be more superstar players than he was.
It's just like for me, I don't.
Lonzo Ball never made an All-Star team. He never made no All-Defense first team. He never made his accolades. Don't really.
For me, I'll say this: like, reason I call Lonzo a bust because without Lonzo getting to the NBA, I feel like LaMelo he never had an opportunity.
Because that 2017 class was pretty good.
It was. That's why I'm not arguing. But Lonzo be the first pick. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just. It was a good thing for the Ball family itself, like for Lonzo to get to that point because he did put his work in. I don't know if he can ever gonna play again because of his knee and stuff. So Lonzo, keep working, keep rehabbing. I hope we see you back on the court real soon, my brother. Feel me? Stay locked in. Don't give up, bro. You got a lot of years left.
You know what I like about LeVar Ball? He hype his kids up a lot, but that's what a father should do: hype their kids up.
You know, that's an example. That's an example.
LeVar Ball definitely hype his sons up a lot.
You know what I mean? Like LeVar and everybody, like. LeVar for me, like I remember I had a conversation. You can look it up. Like I have a picture with me and LeVar. Like I remember I talked to LeVar once in the JBA. I talked to LeVar. I asked LeVar, "Yo, LeVar," like it was LeVar and a bunch of his people. And I said, LeVar, like you trying to make the JBA like the G League or trying to make it like somewhere like where kids can just come out of high school and just go straight over there to the league and just train with you? And he said, yeah, eventually, get to that place and everything. But I feel like the JBA was like really just set up for LaMelo to look successful and for Jello. But, which I understand, like, it's like LeVar was commissioner of the league. You know what I'm saying? But back to the scrimmage day. So when we scrimmaged LaMelo's team, like LaMelo was like the best player, like hands down. But I feel like our team, like the way everybody that was on my team, like I was like the energy guy, right? I'm defense. I told you I'm playing. Do what y'all gotta do. So when I'm playing defense, I'm guarding LaMelo, forcing LaMelo to get some turnovers, whatever the case may be. Then we stealing deep. I'm talking. We on fast breaks. Like we beat them 28-8 in 8 minutes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we was running fast breaks, running.
So what happened with the JBA league? What happened with the league?
Like the league itself.
They don't got the JBA no more.
That's what I'm saying.
So what happened with that?
So. All right, after the scrimmage, right, like, we beat them. I remember LeVar pulled us to the side, and he was like, oh, y'all played good, but they gave us, like, $100 piece. Don't say, what happened to this day and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, like, But we hooping though, like we won that game, and then after that scrimmage, right? I remember Baller's Life was there. You know, Baller's Life record everything.
Yeah, they
deleted our footage from that scrimmage, cause like we beat them like to the point where it's like it looked like they gave up. You know what I mean? Like we was projected to be that team to win the whole chip. So it was like at that point, I'm like, bro, like, so now what? So now I'm going home. I remember they cut me.
They they waved you off. They weighing waves again, like getting cut and waves the same thing.
Like the thing,
basically,
because one, like I got wave cut or however you want to put it, right?
That's like the same thing, getting wave cut.
But the thing
basically,
is, but this happened like after the training camp is over, after we beat them. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of felt weird, of like, cause like the team's already set in stone.
How you felt, like personally? How you felt them doing that to you?
I felt like, bro, I remember. No, because I'm gonna tell you the reason. They said, cause I posted a video about after they cut me. I posted a video talking about like, yo, don't go to the JBA, like stay in school, stay in college where y'all at, and do it the right way, do it the old school way. You right? So I guess that tampered with the business itself, right? So I'm like, and at first they called me. They was calling me, yo, go Quan, you gotta delete that video and that. So I said, you gonna give me my spot back? And it was like, oh, we can give you a job, a staff job, where we're gonna.
I know you like what,
bro? That you see the same reaction I got.
What?
The same reaction, bro. I'm like, bro, like I worked hard 2 weeks. I'm putting up all these shots. I'm grinding.
Y'all bugging.
Iced out. Yo, I'm talking about I had ice like on my back and my knees like every night, bro. I'm talking 8 hours a day. Like imagine you in the gym 8 hours straight.
I know you
bro.
like what? What are y'all talking
about?
What?
Like it's make no sense to me, bro. To this day, it's don't make no sense to me. So they was like, I took it down because like I took the video down because one, like it just I just didn't want to deal with it no more, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So it's like I just want to go home at this point. So at this point, but I remember mind they called me when I was at the airport, when I'm about to go on the plane, and I missed my flight because I think I'm about to get my spot back. So I remember I was out there, I sat outside, and I'm like, bro, I got no money. How I'm supposed to go home? How I'm supposed to get on the flight?
So how you got back home?
My mom's.
Where you was in Houston? Where you was at again?
Nah, I was in Santa Monica. I was in Cali.
So how you got back from like?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm getting to it. Like I remember my mom's. Shout out to my mom. Like my mom really is my hero. Like my
She
mom,
hold it down
all the time.
Mama love hold it down.
To this day, bro. I gotta help her out too, bro. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So with my mom's called up LeVar personally, like, and she said, yo, like make sure my son come home. You feel me? Like respectfully. Like make sure my son come home because I was outside. I'm sitting on the bench. You know, you waiting for the captains. So I'm sitting there like this. I'm gonna show y'all. I was sitting like this. Like, bro, like I'm looking at God. I'm thinking about giving up. I'm like, bro, I'm about to be homeless in Cali right now. Like this can't be real. This can't be happening. And I said, nah. I got up. My phone was dying too. My phone was dead. So I was asking people to use their phone. They looking at me like, bro, who's this guy asking me to use their phone? Like, bro, you feel me? Like, so I'm getting looked at because I'm like, bro, like I'm still like learning. I'm still just out there. Everything happening so fast.
Like you was still trying to get acquainted to everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything happened so fast. So, and like I said, from being from Brooklyn, like you taking a city kid out, like
you from Brooklyn, New York.
You
I'm from Harlem. I'm a Harlem native, so Harlem, Brooklyn, you know.
All the time.
You know?
Like so you know how we got it. Like we operate differently.
Yeah.
So as I'm out there, you know, someone helped me. Thank God, some nice lady. She helped me out and then you know, got in contact with my mother, got on the flight home and everything like that. But the hardest part was not even after the JB. It's like the reaction I got from people when I came home. Like people was calling me whack, or he's trash.
Like people was critiquing you,
badly, bro.
Critiquing you like that's life. People critique everybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
If you're doing good or bad, it's gonna always be somebody that's gonna critique you, no matter what.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the thing is for me, my picture was like, I did it to make sure like, yo, like Brooklyn got it. New York itself, New York City.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of dogs come from Brooklyn. A lot of dogs.
I'm saying? We got Lance, Stephon Marbury. Who else we got?
Isaiah Whitehead.
You know what I'm saying? We can go down the
list. I got Shamari Pons.
We got Jellyfin.
But Isaiah Washington from Harlem.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying in general, like I'm talking about New York City as a whole. We got hoopers anywhere. I mean, comparing the eras is hard because the eras is like Chicago, they was tough. Like, they was a tough team. You had Jordan, but it's not just Jordan. Scottie Pippen. You had Ron Harper. You had B.J. Armstrong. You had Dennis Rodman.
Horace Grant, Steve Kerr.
Longley. Who else? You got, dang, there's a lot of dudes on that team. John Paxson. Who else? Steve Kerr.
The list,
Steve Kerr.
The list go on and on. The
So
list
now-
go on and
You know
on.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now we got Steve Kerr, right? No, Steve Kerr with Golden State with that 2017-2018 team. Like, that was
Steve, I ain't gonna lie, Steve Kerr had the sniper.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why Golden State got so successful, because
Steve Kerr had the sniper.
Steve Kerr know how to break down the 3-point line. He knows how to break it down. So it's like
That's why Golden State was able to win that many chips.
You know
Steph Curry got 4 rings right now, 4 chips, and I think Steph Curry gonna get more rings before he retire. I think he gonna get his 5th title real soon.
Yeah, but I feel like with KD, if KD didn't go over there, right, and help.
But they was on winning team before KD got there.
Yeah, that's what
they was already a great team before Kevin Durant even arrived there. So
all right, that's what is it? Got 73-9. That's what he did, right?
it was tough.
You know what I'm saying?
But adding Kevin Durant, that made them more of a powerhouse, more of a super team.
But people forgot that year they lost to LeBron in 16. That same 73-9 team lost to LeBron, so it's like.
And LeBron had great players. He had Kevin Love, Kyrie, J.R. Smith.
Right. So it was like the matchup with Kyrie and Steph, that was already there. Then you had Kevin Love against Draymond.
And J.R. Smith.
Right? But before that, it was Harrison Barnes and Bron. Like, Harrison Barnes and LeBron, they was going at it, and Bron was going to win that matchup. So I feel like KD going over there was like to even the playing field. But with KD going over there, everybody see KD, what he did was like a weak move.
And KD was able to win. He was able to win two Finals MVP.
Yep.
Playing on that Golden State
Back-to-back
Warriors.
chips.
So he was the best player on that team. Kevin Durant was.
And on top of that, people forget that LeBron's first ring came against Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant won a redemption from that. So, I guess he can't beat him, join him, right?
When it's all said and done, Kevin Durant's definitely gonna be like a top 5 in scoring when it's all said and done.
Doubt.
For sure.
KD's one of the best scorers I've ever seen.
One of the best scorers ever. Like, he came back, like he made his Phoenix debut. We had 23, and he was able to drop 35. Him playing with Devin Booker and Chris Paul, they was 3-0 when Kevin Durant came back. They was 3-0.
And the thing is, and mind you, KD's still coming off an Achilles
injury.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I hurt my Achilles before. I didn't, thank God ain't nothing crazy happened, but I sprained it, and that's just like, I felt like I couldn't walk for a few days. I couldn't walk for like a while. So it's like for you to even get up and to put up a jump shot to run, to sprint or something, it's crazy. And then when I seen him roll his ankle, that goes to show you a lot of players.
He was warming up and I think he slipped. They said he slipped on something.
It was a certain part.
It was something that was slippery on the floor. Like, something that was slippery.
You know that the restricted area, the inside there. Like, I think like that area right there is tricky because
I never seen that.
Yeah, because it's probably his wear and tear. You know what I'm saying? The muscles ain't there. Like, sometimes like the muscle supposed to get this, so when you hit the ground, like it's supposed to like be firm. So a lot of
that's not. KD could still get injured, come back and still give you 30 easy. KD
does that in his sleep.
KD could get hurt and still come back and give you 30 easily.
Easily. KD dropping buckets in his sleep like this.
KD can give you 30, 40 points a night easily, because that's Kevin Durant. Like, come on. Kevin Durant's a future Hall of Famer, easily.
I should know, bro.
Easily.
KD's a whole different prodigy,
He's
bro. Different, bro.
So, thanks for watching Shooky Basketball Podcast, episode 3. My name is Rayshawn Joseph. You can follow me on all social media platforms. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rayshawn Joseph.
Listen, man, subscribe to my YouTube channel, King Quan Faith. Also, my Instagram is KingQuan_Faith 777. Also, my real estate Instagram is KingQuan_Home 777. And also follow me on Twitch, King Quan Faith. God bless y'all. Have a good one.
All right.
Yeah,